if I tell you all my experiences with domestic helps, and I've had like 3 come and go, 1 old, 2 young. If I tell you everything that happened between I and them, you place your 2 hands on your head. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Let's talk about effective domestic staff management. Okay, you know, sometimes as a young mother you can't do without a domestic help. It's true that some people try to do it all alone, but it's very difficult and it's only a matter of time before you burn out. So sometimes, even though having a domestic help in the home might not be the best, it's actually very necessary. So since it's necessary, let's just talk about some of the things you can do in managing them to guarantee you success. Because having had a lot of helps come and go from my house, I've realized that the major problem in having a good deal and then getting the ones that can stay for a long time is in the management. We often get it wrong from the onset. I learned from experience. I've had like 3 and I'm currently living with 1. So I would like to share with you some of the things I've learned over the years that ensures a good working relationship between you and the domestic staff, and also ensuring that the person stays for a while, so that they just, you know, they always just up and leave. So some of the things you can do to ensure that you guys have a good working relationship, and then that the whole arrangement doesn't blow up in your face. All right, let's get right into it. Okay, so the first one is see your home as your office. It sounds very funny, right? But as a young mother, your home is your office. In your office, everything is organized, right? Roles are well defined. Things don't just happen randomly in an office. Everybody has the things they do. The owner of the company or the head of the office delegates tasks to people. She's respected. She knows that she's not supposed to abuse the power that she has. Even though she's the head of the office, she's still cautious. She's still very respectful towards the people that she's delegating the staff to. So that's just one of the major things. See your home as a well organized office. Don't leave things to chance. Don't just allow your domestic help to move about randomly or to just perform random things. Sit down and then craft the things you want her to do, the duties you want her to perform in your house. That is the first step. Make sure that her roles are well defined. Another thing under this seeing your home as your office is be gentle but firm. Be very gentle but firm. It's inevitable sometimes that maybe you're just upset or you're just not happy with the way things are going, but remember that they are human beings and their feelings get hurt a lot. They may not respond to you, or they may not talk back in that same high intensity, but essentially remember that they are human beings like you, so you accord them their due respect, and then you don't owe them their wages. If you were to be working in an office, at the end of the month you pay your staff, right? So whenever something is due them, make sure they get it. Don't delay. Trust me, they don't understand. They don't understand. Make sure that they always get what is due them. All right, the second one is your domestic help is not your friend. You need time. You need time to establish trust. You need time to be able to build a good rapport between the two of you. Don't just employ a domestic staff today and then start telling the person all your life stories. Believe me, to be used against you in the court of law. From experience, they are not your friends, so make sure you have boundaries. Make sure you have boundaries. And the boundaries, no one is insulting each other. No one is always yelling at each other, but they are aware that the boundaries are there. Don't confide in them in the immediate period that they start working in your house. Give yourself some time to get to know them, to get to know the kind of people they are, some sensitive tasks, don't delegate it to them yet. Leave a particular time frame to build trust. Very important. Don't confide in them immediately they start working in your house. It can be used against you. You need to realize, you need to take your time to find out whether the person is a good person that is worthy of your trust or not. Okay, now the third one. Yes, I think the third one, let them see you doing tasks around the house. It's true that they are there to help you, yes, but sometimes get up and do things on your own. In that way, you're showing them, even without saying anything, that you're not being overly dependent on them. You understand? When they see you doing things around the house, trust me, they follow suit. They will even wait for you. They will not wait for you before doing the things they are supposed to do. And even when some of them start getting this sense of entitlement, oh, like, if I leave this woman here, how is she going to do all these things? It's probably because since you employed her, you've never done any of those things you've delegated her to do anymore. Like, you just left them for her. One day, just get up. If it's bathing the kids, one day you bath the kids by yourself. One day you mop the floor by yourself, even if it's just your sitting room and she's there and she's watching you do it, so that she'll know that whether she's there or you're not there, that you're fully in charge of your home. Very important. Sometimes do things yourself. It will help you a lot. Okay, what's the next one? I think the number 4, dialogue. Dialogue is very, very important. Do not let things fester. Do not let things fester. I was speaking with one of my friends in our group chat the other day. Then she was telling everyone in the chat about her older domestic help that was stepping out of line and doing a lot of upsetting things, but she couldn't talk to the lady because the lady was much older than her. And then she kept sitting on everything until one day she just blew up and lost her temper and shouted and shouted and shouted at the woman, and everything just went downhill from there. So from my own personal experience, even without this one my friend just had, dialogue is very, very important. Don't sit on things. Don't let things fester. If your domestic staff is doing something that you're not okay with, call the person, have a sit down, talk with her or him, tell her, let her know the reason why the things she's doing is not okay by you, so that she will just quit. Because if you let things fester, believe me, they'll blow up in your face and it's not going to be a nice experience. Okay, then do not seek to be liked. Just seek to do right by him or her. Give her everything that is due her. Don't hoard her wages or her salary or her food or her transport fare. But do not act in a way like you're trying to get her to like you. Once they notice that, they take advantage of it, and I don't even know what to say. It goes downhill from there. So just be fair. Be just and fair. But do not seek to be liked. It never ends well. The last one I want to talk about is the most important one. I saved it for the last. Remember that your children are your primary responsibility. Your child is not the responsibility of the driver. Your child is not the responsibility of the nanny. It's not the responsibility of the little girl that is living in your house or the little boy that is living in your house that is going to school with them and helping you to look after them. Your child is your primary responsibility. Always have this in mind. Always have this in mind. Your child is your primary responsibility. It is your duty to look after your child and raise your child. No other person will do it for you. Once you have this in mind, believe me, you will live, you will stay very well, you will work very well. If it's a daytime job or if it's a live-in help, you will have a good working relationship with your domestic staff. Okay, I hope you found this helpful. Please don't forget to subscribe and also click on that notification bell. Drop a comment and like the video. Thank you for your support so far. I really appreciate it. Until next time, bye.